Campione, campione, ole, ole.
Your dog make that? Looks like a big
Look
pair
at
of scissors.
that. Where would you get it? I made it myself.
Really? I thought it was the real one.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Footballbets4u podcast, episode number 34, season 3. Lads, Chelsea are the kings of Europe, the best team in the world. We're going to be playing Villarreal in that stupid little Super Cup, and we're going to win that as well. So, it's going to be great. Lads, we're going to be doing the draw for the Euros, the sweepstakes. So, we're going to be doing that pretty much straight away. We're going to be talking about the actual Euros itself, so we'll give our predictions and stuff. We have a roundup of the ultimate squad that we've done. There has been a winner. A winner has been crowned. So we'll be talking about that as well. So, lads, I think we'll jump straight in and go for the tournament. What do you think?
The draw, yeah. Why not?
The draw, yeah. Right. Let's rock here. So give me 2 seconds. Let's pull this up. So the way we are going to do it, lads, is we have 2 wheels. We have one wheel with names on it and one wheel with countries on it. Everyone is there. There's 24 entries, so we won't run through them. We'll run through them at the end, but everybody that is there has paid and is ready to go. All the countries are there as well. Lads, I am doing a special. I'm doing €20 money back for if you get North Macedonia. So if you get shafted with North Macedonia, you're getting your money back. So you either want France or Germany or one of the top teams, or else you want Macedonia. You don't want any of the in-betweens like Finland or Wales or anything like that, because let's be honest, you're not going to win it and you're not going to get your money back. So lads, we kick off. We go names first. So you can see everybody's there. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to click it once. It's going to stop on a name. The name will pop up. I will remove the name then from the wheel, and then we'll turn to the countries, do the same thing, and it'll go right the way down. So, lads, we'll start off right, and the first name up is... Who have we got? Liam McDonald. Right, so Liam McDonald.
Is any relation
remove him, and you will be getting...
Imagine France was the first team out.
I don't
Why would
think
you
so.
say that?
Get up, get up.
Oh!
Shafted.
Shafted Denmark, I think. Close to getting bells in there, so we'll remove Denmark. So, lads, back to the names. So we'll go again. Liam is actually in the chat there. He's come in just in time to see himself get Denmark. Unlucky.
Tell him to put money on them scoring from a set piece. He'd be all right.
Yeah. So we have Darren Stone. And he will be getting... Who will he be getting? England!
Oh, that's not a bad shout.
Oh! So Dar's got England.
Not a bad shout.
I work with Darren, so he'll be happy with that one, I think. Onto the name again, lads. Oh, Nestor.
Nestor.
Adam Nestor. So
Come on,
Adam
Finland.
Nestor will be getting... Come on, Hungary. Oh, Hungary. Oh, Portugal. No.
Oh, bad one.
Oh, Nestor will be happy with that one.
Current holders, aren't they?
A little bit good with that, yeah. Some nice knowledge there, Connor. Right, on to the next name again. Harry O'Sul, 1399.
He's very old, isn't he?
And he will
Entering
be
this.
getting 1399. Probably old as well. And he is getting... Turkey. Oh, that's a shame. Turkey haven't been doing too bad lately, have they?
Who was that?
But look, let's be honest. I'm not,
Oh, that was just a sound effect.
I'm not claiming
Oh, was
that.
it? Yeah.
I'm not claiming that one. Right, lads, back onto the names.
Go on,
Oh,
Pad.
it's me,
Come on,
lad.
Paddy.
It is
Go on,
Paddy.
Paddy.
Paddy Coleman, and he will be getting.
Come on,
If he
France.
gets North Macedonia, I want to see a video of you handing him 20 squids.
Scotland, absolutely shafted. Oh, unlucky. You won't be happy with that now. He's fucking texting me after this now. Right, lads, on to the next one. This is great crack, isn't it?
Go on,
Oh,
Rob.
it's Rory Coleman.
Back-to-back
My
Coleman.
brother. It's like a family affair here. Right, on he'll be getting North Macedonia. Come on.
Wales.
Czech Republic.
Ooh,
How
no.
embarrassing. So Rory gets Czech Republic. Throwing the towel now. We'll go again. Oh, Alan Kelly. Al always gives me stick over Chelsea, so I hope he gets fucking Finland or something now. Oh, Spain.
Spain.
Oh, not a bad one. Not a bad one. All right, so Alan Kelly gets
Ramos.
Spain.
So they've lost the sex appeal.
Yeah. I can't do the names,
Ramos,
lads.
Torres. They're all the sexy ones are gone.
Oh, Chris.
Chris.
Go on.
You're up, Chris. You're up, Chris.
I'll take a France or a Germany.
Come on, a
Like a
fucking
Finland,
Finland.
they'll shut
I hope you get some.
Or a North Macedonia.
Oh, I hope it's fucking someone dirt. Croatia. That's not bad. Outsiders. Outsiders. How do you feel about that one, Chris?
Yeah, it's not the worst team to have. I reckon they'll get through into the knockout stages anyway, so bit of entertainment.
Okay. Right, on to the next one, lads. Alan O'Grady for the AOG. Who will he be going with? He requested a France, I believe.
If he gets it now, it's going to be Stuart's inquiry. If he gets it, it's Stuart's inquiry.
Ah, stop
I can't believe it. That looks like an
fuck off, Al,
absolute
will you?
fix.
Boom deal.
Alan
Boom deal.
O'Grady, you are welcome. You can send me
Did
that.
he give you
50
40,
over
did he?
later.
Is that what the problem was?
I told him France would cost him 50. So, right, so Alan O'Grady's got France. Fucking hell. I'd like to fucking
Only
kill
hope
me
for
now.
North Macedonia now.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Aaron Singleton. There's a lot of shit teams left, lads.
There's a lot of dirt left in there. Like Austria, teams like that.
Belgium. Oh,
Oh,
that's a good one.
bollocks.
We're running out of fucking good teams to get.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'll take Italy
Right,
06.
so Aaron
Let's
Singleton's
go.
getting Belgium.
Bring back Totty
Yeah,
and his total 90 boots.
the sex appeal.
Connor, here we go.
Come on. I'm sweating for a bit of North Macedonia here.
Who are you wanting here? Who are you wanting before we spin this?
I will take. So I'm trying to read it upside down. Some of the names. I'll take Germany or North Macedonia.
Let's go. How about the Netherlands with Virgil van Dijk?
Not
He's
bad.
out injured.
Is he not playing for them?
No.
Right, shafted with Netherlands. Ah, no, that's look. You could have a fucking worse name. I'm gonna get fucking.
Probably
North
get out of the
Macedonia here,
group
watch.
anyway.
Yeah, your grand gesture will be you giving yourself 20
Yeah. Bailing out of the competition. I will be starting another one if that happens. Lee Hurley. And Lee will be getting Finland, please. Oh, even better.
Hungry. Ah,
Slovakia.
Slovakia. You love to see it. Right, so Lee Hurley's getting Slovakia. I work with Lace to listen to that. Boris.
Come on to
If
Ukraine.
Boris doesn't get
Come on,
Ukraine,
Ukraine.
if Boris doesn't get Ukraine, it's
Travesty.
an absolute shambles. Or Russia. I'll allow Russia because, you know, like,
The same,
no
same.
difference really.
Same thing, really. Yeah.
Come on, Ukraine.
Come on, Ukraine. Oh, it's gone.
Sweden, even worse.
Really?
Okay, so Boris has Sweden. I bet you he'd love Ibrahimovic to be coming back out of the tournament.
I was just going to ask, is he retired? Yeah.
Yep. Dave Singleton.
Is there anyone good left?
Germany,
Germany,
Germany.
Italy,
Poland,
Not
Poland
Macedonia.
aren't bad. Switzerland aren't bad.
Switzerland are alright, yeah.
Finland is the one you don't want. Or Wales.
Germany
Paddy is
is the
slowly
man.
losing it here as teams go in.
Oh, Germany, I
There
picked
you go.
them in the last pod, actually.
So Dave Singleton is getting Switzerland. Not a bad one. Who's left out of all of us, lads? The three of us are still in it.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Right, we're going again. John Flood.
Bloody, here we go.
Come on, Floody. I'd love you to get hungry. But he gets Germany. Fucking 100% getting Germany, isn't he? Oh, hungry.
Hungary.
God!
Get up.
Yeah! Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Oh, he's gotta abuse me over this now. John, unlucky. But I'm kind of delighted at the same time. It's very funny.
No, you're definitely delighted. You said it beforehand.
Oh, there. Dara Delves will be getting.
This is one fella you don't want to give 20 quid to for North Macedonia.
Oh, he's getting it.
He's getting it.
He's get.
Oh,
Oh.
it's like you didn't even enter. Right there, you'll be getting your 20 quid back. Shafted. Lads, there's a few good teams still there.
Flurry came in and just said fix.
Love to see it.
Come on, man.
Coleman. Me mother. All right, Matt. Right. My man will be getting. Where's the fucking mouse gone? Oh, shafted Finland. Unlucky,
Good old
Matt.
Pookie.
Man, Finland.
Lads, look at this. Sorry, just making sure we still have 7 and 7 there.
Bum deal.
Niall Royal. And Niall, where I keep losing the fucking mouse here. Will be getting. Hold on. John Flood's just come in. Is the real draw after this?
This is the practice one, yeah.
It's just a practice one.
Who was that came out there?
Niall Royal. wasn't it?
Noel Royal.
Oh, Niall, yeah, work with Niall. He's getting Poland. Love to see it. Also, another one of Boris's native lands.
Jesus.
He's a mongrel.
Alan Myers, lads, I could be coming down to the fucking three of us left last. Alan Myers will be receiving,
Oh, Jeremy gets
and then
taken
he'll
out
be
of this.
also getting
Austria.
Wales or something. Oh, Germany.
Germany.
Oh,
No,
Italy.
No, Italy.
Oh, one of us needs Germany, lads. So Alan is getting Italy. Nestor has come in and asked who he got. Nestor, you got
Portugal.
Portugal.
Portugal, yeah, you got
Portugal.
Portugal. Right, so what we done there? Distracting me.
Name. Yeah.
Okay. So next one is. Sorry, take your comment off the screen there. Right.
Jeez, why are we the last here? This is definitely far from a 6 anyway.
Right, and we're hoping for
Germany's still alive, so it could be.
Austria. Wales. I just don't want
Wales or Austria.
Oh no!
Wales.
No.
Germany.
Oh,
Oh,
Abran,
we're
you
fucked,
jammy
lads.
bastard.
Bum deal, lads. We're doing it again.
We know Abran.
Oh, what a shame.
Abran's often in here.
Yeah, Abran's always.
Oh my god, the three boys getting left at last.
literally.
Fuck. Peter Boland. Not looking good for you, Peter. You're going to be getting
Go on, take Wales out of it, Peter. Oh, Austria.
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 100% Warner's getting fucking Bale, isn't he?
I'd be actually happy with Russia out of them three.
Austria for Peter Boland. Oh, best of luck, lads. I don't know which
What are the chances?
Yeah. What a shambles. Come on!
Right.
Me fucking
Who do you want, Collie? Who do you want?
This feels like getting picked last for the fucking football team in PE. Like, it's just not.
I'll
nice
take Russia. I'll be happy with Russia.
You wouldn't be happy.
Well, I'd like as happy as I can be.
At this stage, you would be.
Oh, Ukraine! What are the odds of me getting Ukraine? Boris be fucking laughing
1 and 3, I would say, at that stage.
from the start.
I'd be happy with
24.
Russia or Wales now at this stage.
I'd be happy with me 20 quid back.
Paddy
Yeah,
playing
I
that.
would've
Paddy
preferred
last.
North Macedonia. What are you getting?
Pokeball.
Definitely gonna be Wales. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Russia.
oh, I'll take that.
And Paddy,
Spin it just in case.
yeah,
Collie.
it has to be
Right.
done.
Whoever
Just
takes
in
the
case
last
there's
ball,
a ball
do it
there.
anyway.
Imagine if some other name came up, we'd have to do it all again.
In that little black line across it.
So, Paddy, I wonder who you're getting.
Everyone gets a medal.
Israel.
Brazil. Come on, Brazil.
Paddy, you have got Wales. Right, we're going to do a quick run through on who everybody has got there again. Chris, do you want to go through them?
Yeah. So Liam MacDonald, Denmark. Darren Stone got England. Nestor got Portugal. Harry O'Sull got Turkey. Paddy Coleman got Scotland. Rory Coleman got Czech Republic. Alan Kelly with Spain. Myself, I got Croatia. Al O'Grady got France. Aaron Singleton got Belgium. Connor Little, Netherlands. Lee Hurley, Slovakia. Boris, Sweden. Dave Singleton, Switzerland. John Flood, Hungary. Dara Dales, North Macedonia. Kalisma, Finland. Noel Royal, Poland. Alan Moyers, Italy. Abram Collins, Germany. Peter Boland, Austria. Collie, Ukraine. War got Russia. And Paddy last with Wales.
Oh, what a shambles. Nestor's throwing up a few dancing emojis there. He's happy with Portugal. Who else is coming in? John. Surely it's a test run. John, I do feel the same myself, unfortunately, if we weren't live. And Alan Kelly has come in. Viva España. Yeah, love it. You're welcome, Al. Just send that 50 quid in the post as well. Lads, right, we're going to move on to the actual Euros themselves. So we're going to... Actually, you know what? I want to just have a quick word about the Champions League final, lads.
Oh, you're getting away from it. That's why I didn't
Absolutely
say
no
anything.
chance. Darren has got England. He's coming with the flag there. I asked for France. Alan Kelly of Master France with Spain will do. Take what you get. Al O'Grady has France, so he's owes me 50 quid as well. Lads, we're going to be talking about the Champions League final here.
It was just a warm charity shield.
Look, I'm not going to brag or anything, right?
A lukewarm one.
I just want to know, like, what did we think of the match? Chris, you were watching it with me. How did you experience? How was your experience watching the match with me? And
Horrifying.
why?
I know, like the match itself was class. It was a very good final, like, but watching it with you was, it was eventful.
Why is it so lopsided?
Because it's fucking
One hand is so much
arse.
bigger than the other.
I came home from work and sat on the bed and cut that with a knife.
Looks like you cut it with a
Okay.
spoon.
Yeah, well, may as well have. So you enjoyed it anyway.
It was a good game. I did,
Yeah.
yeah. Not so much compared to watching it with you, but it was a good game.
What was wrong with watching it with me? I mean, I thought it was pretty calm.
Yeah, no, you weren't at all. I think I texted the lads saying we were like literally 2.5 minutes into the game, and you had already screamed at the telly. You'd said Werner was class. You told the people outside your house they should fuck off. You called your dog a tick. All of this happened within the first 2.5 minutes of the game. I was like, this is going to be eventful.
Got a bit fucking nervous, all right. Worst thing ever to win the Champions League. Al, see, this is what I was talking about, lads. You know, Al comes in with these fucking comments and riles me up, and I didn't want them to get Spain. We just have to get fucking Spain now. I wanted them to get Finland. So that was your take on it. Connor, what did you think of the match yourself? Chelsea obviously being champions of Europe, we know what we are. What do you think?
It wasn't a bad game. I think myself and Lawler has kind of said that City would have to get the game plan right. They just didn't. They played in the Chelsea's hands. They tried to play it from the back. They played with probably a team that you wouldn't have expected them to play with, like Sterling in the squad or in the team, I should say. It
was a weird selection,
and it obviously suited Chelsea for the way that they play and the way they shut teams down. And they were always going to get a couple of chances. Didn't think they would get so many chances early on. I thought it would be kind of second half they would start to break City down, but yeah, it wasn't a bad game. I've definitely seen worse finals, and
where you like I have to ask, who did you want to win? Did you purely want City to win so you wouldn't have to listen to me and do this every week? Because this is going to happen until we don't have it anymore.
Oh yeah, I'm the same as the lads. Like I would have preferred Chelsea to win as a team, but not Chelsea to win because of you.
Paddy, what did you make of it?
I thought Pep again bottled it with his tinkering of the team. But Chelsea Kante has to get player of the year.
Oh, what
he's a beast, like he's a fucking and he's just, so underappreciated, I think, globally.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't do the silky skills and score the goals, but what a player. No,
congratulations. Would you reckon for Ballon d'Or maybe? Yeah. If he wins the Euros with France, surely. Like when did they start announcing like the list for that?
It's the end of October for the Ballon d'Or.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right, fair enough. What did you make of the final?
Yeah, it was a good game. It was an interesting final, but like you could see from the start that Chelsea had the tactic. You know, the way I think Werner had 1 or 2 chances like straight away in the first 10 minutes. I don't know whether my phone is going to allow to video this, but just watch Colley's moves. Oh, there we are.
Yeah, that was the moment when Mount was running in from the wing. I remember it, and he was running in, and he had a great chance to have a shot, and he passed it to Werner. Werner, in fairness, was wide open, but I just knew he wasn't going to do anything with it. So, yeah, that's why I got that. You got that reaction out of me.
It was one of the best videos I've seen from you in a long, long time. It was just so funny. Like.
It was just pure frustration, to be honest with you.
But do you think he had a bad game, actually, Werner? I know he missed the 2 chances.
No. I don't think. I think, and this is a thing that like a lot of Chelsea, like people that don't support Chelsea, say because they don't watch him all the time and they don't watch enough Chelsea games to fucking. As far as I'm concerned, they don't watch enough Chelsea games to have an honest opinion on it. He does a lot of the dog work and a lot of the kind of the runs, the really smart runs to open up space. And when he's on the
team making the runs if you wanted to, he's not going to score goals either. He said you could have Mo Farah in the team making the runs if you wanted to.
Yeah, but he's making smart runs, not just fucking big long runs.
He needs about 4 chances though, doesn't he?
I get, and everybody always comes back to me like, well, he was bought to score goals, right? That's fair enough, but like strikers like the likes of Giroud, he's not going to get you 30, 40 goals a season. He's there to hold the ball up, to lay the ball off. I know he was bought in for the reason of scoring goals. At the moment, he's not scoring goals, so he's adapting his game to doing other stuff. So I don't see why he gets such a hard time.
It's always going to be slow.
But that's like having a centre half who can't defend for shite but scores from attacking corners.
No way. Because you can still, like at the end of the day, if you can't defend, you're going to concede goals. If you can't score, someone else would score. Yeah, but like he's got help.
You're a biggest fan now. You were slaying him a few weeks ago.
No, I'll go in and out phase with him because he's got. I'm going to do it, and that's just the way I am.
He just said you had a tantrum because Mason Mount passed the ball to him in front of the goal, knowing that he wasn't going to score.
Yeah, but I know he's not going to score, and I'm only putting that down to his pure lack of confidence because he has the talent. Look, you've seen it in fucking Germany. Like he was banging in the goals, something like 28 or 36 goals a fucking season. He was getting, but
28 or 36.
Is that what I said?
Yeah.
Was it?
I thought you said 30 now, but
I did say 30. I definitely said 30. But look,
28 or 4 million.
No, he gets a lot of fucking unnecessary stick. I have to give him a good shout out to fucking Havertz as well, because I did say
Is he
over the
watching?
last. He is watching. Yeah, he will be watching this. He has been coming good for the last couple of weeks, and again that type of thing. He done it in the Champions League against Atletico when he done the little flick over Madrid, wasn't it?
Afterwards.
Yeah, that was the best part. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking gas, wasn't it? He didn't give a shit. Did you see him on Mason Mount's story on Instagram? Mason Mount was going around the dressing room going, "Oh, come on, Chelsea," and it gets to him. He has his top off. And he's looking. He's just going, doing all this fucking weird shit. Like, it was very funny. Right, lads. Look, we're going to move off Chelsea because I know you don't want to talk about it, and I know nobody wants to listen to it. So, John, what I'm going to do? I'm going to just start my own Chelsea podcast on my own, just rambling. Lads, we're going on to the Euros. So, look, I didn't do any graphics up. Oh, look at that. I've put it on the bottom of the screen as well. We're going to be talking about pretty much all the groups, all the games. We're not going to go into mad detail. Well, some of us might. We're going to give our predictions. We're going to give pretty much what we think is going to happen, who's going to get to certain stage and stuff like that. So, lads, we're going to start off with Group A. Now, what I done was I assigned a couple of these, obviously, groups, and you have kind of not really taken the lead, but done maybe a little bit of extra research that you would on the group. So we're going to start off with Group A. We're going to work from A all the way down. So, lads, who got Group A?
That was me.
Chris. So, Chris, you've got Italy, Switzerland, Turkey, and Wales in your group. What have you got for me? What information have you got about this group for me?
Come on, Wales.
Yeah, go on to Wales. I don't know. Looking at it, like, I at face value would have just said Italy and Switzerland are the two kind of standout teams. But looking in the odds, bookies seem to fancy Turkey quite a bit as well.
Yeah, I'm looking at it here. So
they're actually quite short. Yeah.
Do you want me to run through them, or have you got them?
I have some here. Like,
I'll give you the full group here, right? So this is odds on winning the group. So Italy are obviously favoured with 8 to 15. Again, I think that's a great price for Italy to win the group. 9 to 2 for Switzerland, 5 to 1 for Turkey, and 8 to 1 for Wales. So Switzerland and Turkey, there's not much between them, and then Wales are a little bit of the outsiders. Like,
I don't know. I just think when you look at the squads, like, I do think Italy will top the group, but between Switzerland and Turkey, I just fancy Switzerland. The last few tournaments, and even in some of the friendlies they've played over the last couple of years, they're a very difficult team to beat, especially for fucking Ireland. But they're a very difficult team to beat in general, and they do have some good kind of underdog type players. And when I look at it, I was looking through some of the bets and some of the odds and where they'd finish and shit. I saw a bet that I thought was a great shout, and it's Italy and Switzerland to finish in the top 2 in the group. That's 4 to 1. I was that seems like a great price for the two. Because, again, obviously, Turkey might come out. I think, as with most of the groups, when you look at the fixtures, I think the first set of fixtures will kind of tell a lot about the group. I think if Turkey win their first game, they could have a great run then and a bit of confidence to go on with it. So I think that if Turkey win the first game, they could get second. Whereas if Switzerland win the first game, they could get second. So I think that first game is a crucial one. For me, I fancy Italy to win it and Switzerland to qualify as runners.
So that price of 4 to 1, where are you getting that? I'm just looking at it on Sky Bet. I'm only getting
It's special on Sky Bet, yeah. So
is that okay? Right.
Yeah, it's special on Sky Bet. When you come into the groups, they have different specials. There's like a forecasting special, and this is one of them. Okay. So it's Italy and Switzerland to finish the top 2 in the group, and it's 4 to 1.
Very good. Have you got anything else for us on that group?
Not really. I mean, like, you can go into all the individual teams and players and stuff, but, like, to be honest, there's no one in the group, no team in the group that, like, has an absolute standout player. Italy have gone through a phase of being absolute doo-doo. Now they're coming back to having a few better players.
Doo-doo. You're all right. Lawler's not on.
Old term.
They're a load of wank, basically. But I think, for me anyway, if I was to pick out a player from the group, I can see Verratti having a good tournament. I think age-wise now, he's getting up there. I think he's 28. Italy haven't had a great season, haven't had a great run the last few years. I think that now they'll fancy themselves going into that group, and he will be one of the kind of more senior players in the squad, so we can see him kind of grabbing it by the scruff of the neck and trying to control it. So I fancy Verratti to do well.
Yeah, nice one. Paddy, obviously we didn't. There was only planned for the three of us to be on, so we haven't assigned you any groups. But what we'll do is we'll bring you in on two of the groups, which is going to be the group of death. We're going to call it the last group, and then maybe England's group as well. Just get a bit of chat
Thank God,
from that.
I know all about international football. So.
Right, lads. Group B. We're going to move on to lads. Sorry, you can hear the dog barking in the background. I have no control over. She's running
not
away
good enough.
downstairs. So, Group B: Belgium, Denmark, Russia, and Finland. Lads, who had Group B?
That is Misha.
Misha, who's that?
Here's Mission.
Won't get into that one. What have you got? What have you got for me on this one, Mark?
It's actually looking like a pretty tasty group. Like between, okay, obviously everyone looking at the group from a standpoint, you're going to think Belgium straight away. De Bruyne has been ruled out for the first game. So first game is against Russia. I think we can all say that Finland will probably finish bottom. I think the interesting part of the group is going to be who finishes second. So it's going to be between Russia and Denmark. Now, between them, both of them are very hard to beat. So when you're looking at Denmark, when they were qualifying, they didn't lose any of the 12 games that they played. They have Christian Eriksen playing. Whereas Russia, only lost two of the 12. So I think it is going to be tasty. I think Chris made a good point about the fixtures play an important role in it because Russia have Belgium starting off. So if Russia lose to Belgium, it really does leave the door open for Denmark. But then it finishes the last fixture of the group is Russia versus Denmark.
Yeah.
So
you would like to think there that Belgium probably will win all three games there.
You would think so, yeah.
Wouldn't you?
You would think so. Like their squad is amazing in terms of Kevin
Russian
De Bruyne
hackers
isn't
though.
there.
Russia might hack Lukaku or something.
Yeah. But they still have like one of the best players. One of the best players this season in the Premier League was Tielemans.
Yeah.
Like, we forget that he's in that Belgium squad, and there's just loads of talent in that Belgium team. Now, I don't think they're as good as what they were in the last tournament. A good few of their players have aged, particularly the defenders, but they're still the overwhelming favourites.
Yeah.
So what
if the Russians can get Trump into power, they can win this European Championship.
a good thing because I have them in the old sweepstakes. So.
Oh yeah. All of a sudden now, Waters are an expert on Russia. He speaks the language and everything.
Yeah.
A Paddy
So
show.
Backwards, isn't it?
Yeah, what I will do is I will give you just a little like Chris gave us earlier there, a little straight forecast on like finishing first and second. So lads, Belgium to finish first and Denmark to finish second is 2-1. And if you were to go with Water, if you were to jump on it, you'd go Belgium and Russia. So Belgium to win it and Russia runner up 4-1. So decent enough. Lads, I think what you could do with these is a couple of accumulators where you could get all the groups and pick the first and second. Like I think a lot of them are fairly obvious. I think I don't think you get a lot of upsets with international football. And I always think like I remember I won one before and it was something like fucking 12 teams and it was like they were just surefires and there was never any kind of doubt that there was going to be any updates or upsets or anything like that. So so I would do an accumulator with a couple of them. Again, we're going to give out our bets next week for the Euros because look, we're still a bit away off from it. So there's another kind of 8 days before it kicks off. So, Water, have you anything else for us on that one? Or are you happy enough?
No, I'd be leaning towards Russia though. In fairness, I think they'll be able. I think they have the talent over Denmark to get that spot. So we'll probably talk about it in the bets next week because the last game is Russia versus Denmark. That you'd probably do a bet for that, and then Russia to finish second. And then
just another one as well. You can actually do a complete forecast. So for the 4 teams. So you could go like Belgium first, Russia second, Denmark third, and Finland last is 11-2. So I mean, you could it spices things up a bit. I think in them type of bets.
I think when you're putting a team last, anyway, you might as well do the full one because you're only flipping, especially in that one is third or second and third anay. So
exactly, it's only going to be second, third. A lot of them. The only one I would say is the hardest one is obviously the group death that we're going to be talking about the last group. That's probably the hardest one that you're going to predict, but. Other than that, it should be fairly straightforward. As we move on to Group C, Water, sorry, you've nothing else on that, have you?
No, absolutely not.
Cool. Right.
Cuddy, just on the bets, Cuddy, you know, we were
Yeah.
saying next week, we'll do accumulators and stuff, but just for
Yeah.
people to know, on Sky Bet, they do a different special every day. So
Right.
it changes. So like today's special, I backed today's special, but it will change tomorrow. And then every day up until the start of the competition, there's a different special on. So
Right.
it's worth just keeping an eye on to see if
Yeah.
you see something you like. Like today, it's Kane, Lukaku, Mbappe, and Ronaldo to score 3 goals plus each
Yeah.
for 10-1. So I mean, it's a
Worth
decent
tenner.
bet, and it's worth a tenner or whatever.
Because
On
I think
it,
they'll probably max it out on the stake there at a tenner.
I think it maxes out at like 11 quid or something like that's the max. But it's worth keeping an eye on for a few of those specials. They're worth. It keeps you interested, I suppose, because it's a bit of a variation to what you'd normally bet on.
Yeah, cool. Right, lads, on to Group C. Who had C? Connor. So I'll just run through the odds there. So Netherlands 2-5, Ukraine 7-2, Austria 6-1, and North Macedonia 28-1. So what have you got from me on this one?
I just kind of broke it down from each of the teams. I don't think this group is, well, I think we had first place is fairly straightforward. I think probably most people are going to say the Dutch will top the group. I don't see it being probably as convincing as maybe people would think. It's their first major tournament since 2012. So they're nearly 10 years out of World Cups and Euros. Van Dijk is obviously missing. So at the back, they're going to be relying on Matthias de Ligt, who is his first major tournament in his life. So I don't know about him anchoring at the back. They didn't look great against Scotland on Tuesday night. Scotland had most of the ball, which is something you don't really hear about a Dutch team. It's happening to a Dutch team, I should say. And their opening game is against Ukraine, which probably is the top 2 teams in the group battling it out. So if they drop points in that first game, it's going to be touch and go. Maybe not whether they actually get through, but whether they top the group or not. For the Dutch, I have my player to watch as Memphis Depay. He scored twice against Scotland. He's had a decent season at club level. And he's pretty much the only goal threat they have. Their top goal scorer over the last 2 years has been Wijnaldum, coming from a deep line midfield role. So they're obviously not blessed with goal scorers. So I've got him as kind of the player to watch from the Dutch side of things.
Okay.
Ukraine went unbeaten throughout the whole qualifying campaign. They played 10.
Come on, Ukraine!
Played 10, won 7, or drew 3. So they don't shift a lot of goals. They don't score a lot of goals either. Their top goal scorer only had 4 goals in the whole qualifying campaign. So they're winning a lot of games 1-0, drawing 1-1, drawing 0-0. Andrei Shevchenko is the gaffer. So
wow, man, Chelsea legend.
I'm
actually delighted with Ukraine.
So I would again, it comes down to that kind of the first game, and the last game of the group is Austria against Ukraine, which I think is going to decide probably second place if they don't pick up points against the Netherlands. One to watch from then is Malinovsky, who plays with Atalanta. Again, another good season, was strong within Europe. He was surrounded by peasants in the end when they got to the Champions League stage. But has scored a couple of goals, has scored 3 goals for Ukraine in the actual qualifying campaign. So again, wouldn't definitely have a shout of qualifying out of the group, depending on that first game, depending on how they got on against Austria. Austria next. They haven't won here's one for you. They haven't won a game in a major tournament since 1990 when they beat the USA. So they've not won a major tournament game in over 30 years. They were beaten by England on Tuesday night, but weren't bad, had more possession, had more chances. It's going to be touch and go between them and the Ukraine. I think the winner of that game is who gets through alongside the Netherlands. And the one I have to watch from that is Marcel Sabitzer up top. He has a couple of goals. He banged in 6 for them in the qualifiers. So, decent goal scorer. I think that most of the goals are going to come through him or Arnautovic. And then obviously the lads, North Macedonia. Goran Pandev is still a captain, corner taker, penalty taker, free kick taker, goal kick taker. He's 37. He's going 38 next month. He's played for them for like the last 40 years. And
he's 37 playing for 40 years.
Yeah, I know, exactly. And they managed to get through by beating Kosovo and Georgia to qualify. So they were blessed by a qualifying run that they had. It's their first ever major tournament, as you can think. And I have put them in here. I've just put one note beside Macedonia, and I put in whipping boys. So I think a lot of their points.
They're 2-5 to finish last. That's a short price.
A lot of the points they picked up were at home, and you're thinking like all their games are away from home now in the Euros. With a couple of them to be played in the Netherlands, one of them to be played in Austria, and then a couple in Spain. So, how well will the lads travel when they haven't travelled very well in the qualifiers?
I was just actually looking at the fixtures, like where the matches are. Some of the teams have a big advantage with them getting like home games, basically. Like when you look at the Netherlands, like their first 2 games are in Amsterdam, so that should really be a big advantage to them.
Yeah.
You'd like to think the atmosphere around the fucking city would be
I don't know. Yeah, the argument will be that like, they'll split the tickets 50-50 or whatever, and it'll be even, but it's not the case.
I'm not going to lie, Chris, but I don't know what the lockdown procedure looks like in North Macedonia. I haven't got that far in the research. But are they allowed to travel? I haven't got. Are they allowed to travel when there's no COVID? I haven't got a fucking clue. You know.
You can comment in there, lads. I don't know whether it's a fucking it's a compliment or not. See, Jesus, it's like the perfect evolution of beards. That's a great show.
That's not Power, right? For the group standings, so I have the group finishing is the Dutch top in the group.
Yeah.
I flipped the coin for second place. I've gone with Austria second, Ukraine third, and Macedonia fourth.
You'll get 10-3 on that. So that's your price on that one. I'm gonna say Ukraine to finish top. Just gonna throw it out there. Ukraine to finish top, Netherlands second, and Austria third.
I wonder why.
Well, look. I mean, I was never biased, and I'm not going to start doing it now. But I do think Ukraine are probably one of the best teams in the world. Group D, Connor, is that you again?
Yeah.
Okay. So Paddy will chime in a little bit on this one as well, because we have obviously England in this one.
As well.
So
what? I'm not English.
Yeah, I know. We know.
You love Harry Maguire.
We know English players. So England, Croatia, Czech Republic, and Scotland. So England are 4-11, Croatia 3-1, Czech Republic 12-1, and Scotland 16-1. Connor, come on, hit me with some facts here.
I don't think this group is as straightforward as it looks.
Right.
I think England are going to run away with it. Because of we obviously talked about this last year when we thought the Euros was going to go ahead. We talked about it throughout the season how strong the squad is. They have most of their games in Wembley. They have 2 of the group games in Wembley again. So again, as Chris mentioned, home advantage. They're going to have over 10,000 people in the stadium for them. They've scored the most goals out of any team in the qualifiers with 37. They've only conceded 6. So it's hard to look past England. I have actually down as the one to watch. I know it's easy to pick one for England, but I have Jack Grealish down. I think he's going to step up in this. I think he's going to play a major role going forward past the group stages into the.
I think he's fit though. I think he's fully fit.
I think he's been rotated in and out the last couple of games at Villa purely for his World Cup to boost his price maybe afterwards. Or not for the World Cup, sorry, for the Euros. To boost his price afterwards if you want to sell him on.
He reminds him of a young Ronaldo. Roy Keane said in punditry.
That's an outrageous statement.
I know. I thought as well.
Fucking hell. A young Ronaldo.
Was it ITV or something he does punditry for? He said it last night. I read it today. He said it last night that Jack Grealish reminds me of Ronaldo when he first came to United.
That's outrageous. I'm not having that.
He probably just ugly.
It's getting better looking with age.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, with money, not with
money. Yeah.
There's no such thing as ugly or just not rich enough.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Connor, obviously, with you being on this group, just wanted to ask you about England and what you make of Trent Alexander-Arnold getting injured and fucking who should come in and replace him. I know they have a short list there.
They have fucking 4 right fulls in the squad. They don't need to replace them.
Yeah, that's true. But apparently there's been issues with Maguire and stuff like that as well, so they don't know whether Maguire is fully fit. Sorry, that was fucking.
They haven't got depth at centre half either.
Yeah, I could see them taking Godfrey in because he can play centre half or fullback if they needed him to.
I was going to say Ben White for the same reason.
Yeah, Ben White as well, but I just think he'd maybe trust Godfrey a little bit more.
Did you see Godfrey nearly scoring an own goal last night?
Oh, did he?
Let's give us 2 seconds. Right, let's jump it out.
He went to pass it back to Pickford, and he missed him by about 10 yards. Pickford had to sprint back to the line and grab it.
But yeah, it was weird. The selection we're having the 4 right backs. I thought was between Reece James, Kyle Walker, Kieran Trippier, and Alexander Arnold, all selected on the short list or the 26-man squad, was a strange one. And as he said, I can see them bringing into someone a little bit more versatile just to cover across the back 4.
Will they win the group?
Yeah, I have them here to win the group. The next team in it, who I thought a lot of people would have in a second, and I'm not sure, is Croatia.
Scotland the hope, no?
No, I am giving Scotland a hope. I don't know if a lot of people would.
You'd fancy Scotland over Croatia, would you?
I actually fancy the next team over them. I actually fancy the Czech Republic over them,
really?
to be honest. But Croatia drew against Armenia on Monday. Their average age is like over 32, with relying on Modric, Perisic, Vida. Like, they're not a young side. They have a couple of younger fellas coming in, like Andre Kramaric and stuff, who had a decent season in the Bundesliga, but I don't know what that means at this stage. And like, they were beaten by Slovakia and they were beaten by Slovenia and stuff recently. They haven't had a great run of form. And I just don't think they're the same Croatia side that we saw 4 years ago or 8 years. Well, the problem is they're the exact same squad we saw 4 and 8 years ago, and they haven't upgraded and they haven't changed. So I'm not 100% on them. I think probably the odds would probably back them a little bit to qualify with England, but I'd fancy Scotland or the Czech Republic over them. Scotland, again, top goal scorer through the qualifying campaign was John McGlynn, which is fucking ridiculous because they haven't got a striker. They have no one to play up front. They scrapped a draw with the Netherlands during the week. They could get out of the group, but they have to pick up points against Croatia and the Czech Republic. And my team to finish second place is the Czech Republic. We've obviously seen.
You think they'll beat Croatia? Like, do you think they'll do it?
I think the Czech Republic and Scotland will fight it out for that second place, to be honest. I actually have Croatia to finish last in the group. I think.
What odds is that, actually?
Tell you now. So I don't know if they'll even offer that.
Yeah, they will. Croatia last 6-1.
So yeah, Croatia last. So who have you gone with, Connor? You've gone with.
I've gone England to top the group.
Yeah.
Czech Republic purely on the basis of the ability and the performances of Souček and Kufal so far this season, as well as kind of having a tidy young squad around them. I had them come in second. I have Scotland coming third, and I have Croatia last.
What do you think of this, lads?
14-1.
I'm after sticking into Sky Bet here. The 6 winners of the groups, all the favourites, and you're getting a 17.5 to 1.
Jesus,
so Italy for Group A, Belgium for Group B, Netherlands for Group C, England, and then Spain and France for the last one.
That's
like,
good, isn't it?
Not bad odds, isn't it? Really, for the 6 groups?
Yeah, it's great odds. And like I said, I don't think the internationals throw too many surprises. So like that's, to me, that's great odds. Yeah. Have you got anything else on that one, Connor?
No, players to watch out of the group. I have, as I said, Jack Grealish. I have Andre Kramaric for the Croats. I have Kieran Tierney for the Scots, and Thomas Souček for the Czechs.
Yeah, interesting. Right, lads, on to Group E. Who's on E? So E, we have Spain, Sweden, Poland, and Slovakia.
I think Chris is on E, is he?
Liam knows.
I know Walker's on E.
Yeah, Walker's on E. Go on, Walker.
He's having a little rave in here in this dark room.
So Spain 2-5, Sweden 5-1, Poland 11-2. I don't know why you have Sweden above Poland at cheaper price. And Slovakia are 14-1. Water, hit me with some facts or knowledge here.
Yeah, I don't think that this one's going to throw up any surprises. I think we all think Spain's top the group. That seems pretty straightforward. Surprising enough, though, Chris had mentioned it earlier that they lost the sex appeal with Ramos being left out. But they're also leaving out one of their top goal scorers with 4 goals. He's tied top goal scorer for Spain in the qualifiers with Morata and Rodrigo with 4 goals apiece. Like, so He may bring you a bit of sex appeal, but he also brings in the goals as well as the women.
What about
Mainly
Diego
sex
Costa?
appeal.
I don't think he's getting their game time, isn't it? And looking at their goals here, a lot of the new players are starting to come through. You have your man Gerard Moreno as one highlighted to kind of keep an eye out for. The guy that played us for Villarreal against United when they won the UEFA Cup, and he
Sorry,
was a
what was
tidy
that? When they
little
what? When they what?
You Parrot?
Troy
He
Parrott.
scored twice.
When they won the Europa.
No idea what you're talking about.
Here's one on Spain. Is Laporte going to the Euros with them, or has he qualified in time? He is.
Yeah.
That's not a bad-
Controversial
that's not a bad
pronouncing the E in Laporte.
All right, whatever.
So just gonna trophy again there. It's been a while.
Moreno will be one to watch for Spain. I think we all know that they're going to finish. I think Poland are in a similar situation to Croatia. I think none of their players have or no new players have come through. They're still the same. They're still heavily reliant on Lewandowski. I wonder how fit he would be after his knee injury coming into in the lead up to the last few Champions League games. So I actually see them finishing third. So that leaves Slovakia and Sweden. So I think Sweden are actually going to finish second. They get into the knockout stages. They have your man Forsberg, who's the very good player in Leipzig, the midfielder. Nice little crafty player and can take a free kick as well. And they only lost one game in their qualifying rounds, so they are hard to beat as well, I guess.
So you're going Spain, Sweden,
Spain,
Poland.
Sweden, Poland, Slovakia.
Right, 4-1. I'll give you on that one.
I'll give you.
I'll give you on that one.
Yeah,
I'll offer
I guess
that.
the only thing going against Sweden here is that they have Spain in the first game, and Poland's first game against Slovakia, and 3 points can make a massive difference. But then again, it does tie in nicely. It's Sweden and Poland again on the last round of fixtures in the group. So if Lewandowski,
you'd like to think it's a write-off with the Spain thing again.
yeah, I think they're just going to run through everyone. So I don't see Slovakia and Hamsik doing anything at the age of 33. I think he had his time to get a big money move probably 4-8 years ago. And he never did. He kind of just has gone out into the shadows, not making any big difference. So I don't think there's anything to come from Slovakia. I think the big surprise will come from Sweden, and then Poland will just drop off because I don't think they have the legs anymore. They were a very old squad.
Yeah, nice one. Anything else on that, or move on? Sorry, lads, with the dog.
No, I think Spain have that group wrapped up. I don't think there's any issue, surprises coming our way.
Right, we'll move on here, lads. Sorry, I'm gonna have to sort that dog out there. Gonna put her down. Lads, we're moving on to the group of death now, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
You can take
Okay,
over
so-
quick, Chris, will you?
Yeah, Germany, France, Portugal, Hungary. I'll be back in 2 seconds, and I'll let you hang on there for a second. They're going to more than that, dog.
Yeah, it's a tough group to call, obviously. The only thing I'm really confident about is Hungary finishing last.
Cheers for that. Inspirational.
Yeah, it is, though. They're like 1-4 to finish last in the group. Like, it's shocking. I actually, like, the same as you when you were like whipping boys was the only comment you had. I'm like thinking, like, I don't think they're even going to score a goal, like, to be honest.
Well, that bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like the other teams around them are just too strong. Maybe against Portugal, but like even at that, Portugal are like 10 times stronger than them. For me, I don't know why, but when I was going through the squads and when I heard the squads getting announced, I think it was actually a TikTok video I saw with the squads getting announced for Spain. And I was like, holy shit. Like, they just have so much talent, like, right across the board. A lot of the teams you look at, they've got, like, a strong attacking players and then maybe an okay midfield or whatever. But across the board, they've just got world-class talent, like. And I can 100% see them going all the way. So for me, even though Germany are obviously, like, a great nation for tournaments and they're always reliable, I just see France doing them. In the groups, I can see France going all the way for it, to be honest. Odds wise, I looked into a couple of bets. So France to win the group and Germany to finish runner up is 7-2. And then for France and Germany to just finish in the top 2, which to me seems like a bit of a banker, is 5-4. And then I was looking at the straight forecasts for the 4 positions. So if obviously it's up for debate, but different people say different. But for me, I think it'll be France, Germany, Portugal, Hungary, and that's 9-2. So
France. So you reckon Portugal are going out?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think France and Germany are just too strong. I think even like Ronaldo, as much as I hate to say it, I could see him being a bit more of like a supplier for the team, more so than like I don't see him being like the talisman that goes out and is gonna bang in. Like obviously he can, it's Ronaldo, but I just don't see it in this tournament. I don't know why. I think and plus he is mature enough, I think, as a player to realise that he needs to help the team around him a bit more, because he's got some quality players around him who can score goals now as well. The likes of João Felix, I think, will have a really good tournament.
Yeah.
Obviously, Bruno is in there, but like it's Ronaldo. Like you can't write him off or anything. Whatever he wants to do, he's going to do it.
They have a strong enough defense when you look at it. Like they have the likes of Diaz, Cancelo. Like they've got all these like great defenders and all. Like so they're strong at the back. This is probably the strongest they've been at the back for a while, I'd say.
Yeah. No, they are. But to me, like, I'm still putting France like a level ahead of everyone else in the group. I think France are outstanding out there on their own. If anything, Portugal might come second in the group over Germany. But because when you look at the Germany squad, it's not as strong as it has been in the past. But you can just never write off Germany. Like they just
especially when they've got Werner.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, playing out wide.
Yeah,
but like rules. No, the likes of like Havertz. Like you can see him having a great tournament this year.
Yeah.
But having said that, then you look at Kante, and he's probably going to have an absolute stormer of a tournament as well. I actually can see France going all the way and Kante winning player of the tournament.
Yeah, it wouldn't be. I'd love to see it. There is though. I was putting it. Connor was trying to say something fucking smart, and his fucking mic was on mute.
I wasn't even smart. How about this important question? Portugal, who takes penalties, Ronaldo or Fernandes?
Ronaldo.
Penaldo or Fernandes?
Ronaldo pulls rank there all day. That's not even a question.
And I think Fernandes would respect that as well.
100%.
He knows his fucking place. Like, right, Paddy, what do you make of this? What way do you see this group going? Who do you think will, like Chris is saying, Portugal are going out?
I'm saying Portugal will miss out. I don't think Portugal will miss out.
No, who do you think?
If anyone will miss out, I think it'll be Germany.
And the funny thing is, sorry, I don't know if you gave the odds on the lot of them, but Germany are actually favourites to win the group, 11-8, and France are 13-8 to win it, which actually is a great price in itself. 11-4 for Portugal, and poor old Hungary gonna have an awful time at 33-1 to win the group.
Kelly, they're 1-4 to finish last.
That's ridiculous, isn't it? John Flood just came in. Come on, Hungary. Abraham's in again, only after watching the draw of the teams. Happy fucking days. Abraham got Germany, so I'm sure he's happy. So Paddy, sorry, back to you there. What do you think? You think Germany might miss out?
Yeah, I think. Well, it's so tight. What a group! What a big group. I think maybe I'd like to see Portugal going through.
Yeah,
but again, it's very, very hard to pick. I'm a big fan. I've done that bet with the 6 top teams, and I picked France to win the group.
Right.
In that. But that was the hardest one to pick out of all of them.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that Germany were the favourites. Germany, the last couple of competitions, how have they done? Like, I mean, in terms of will they be favourites now? Like, considering like France won the last big one, so
I'm
surprised that they're favourites to win the group.
Do you know what is weird actually? Because I checked the favourites for this group, and France were favourites for the overall competition. They're not favourites to win the group.
What way is the fixtures? Who are France playing first?
France have Germany, then Hungary, then Portugal.
That is a weird one, lads. I'm just looking at the odds for the overall, right? And England are now joint favourites with France on Skybet. Then Belgium are, for some reason, suspended. The bet is suspended on it. But then come Germany at 8-1. So there's a massive gap between Germany and France, yet they have Germany to be favourites to win the group, which is fucking weird.
Have squads been announced for all of them? Because I know the deadline for them is tomorrow, I think.
I don't know, but even at that, like they're still putting the odds out there, like, so it just seems a little bit strange that they're doing that like that.
What do you think of England being favourites? Joint favourites, I know, but that's
I think it's just more pressure that they don't need.
Yeah, that's what
I was thinking. If it was a different country with that same ability of player, you'd have them as joint favourites. But because it's England, it's England, and there's this increased pressure probably put upon them that you wouldn't probably get at. Well, I don't know what it's like in France or Germany. Or
we're already starting to see just little pieces crumbling. You know, Harry Maguire, we're not sure. Trent Alexander-Arnold's being thrown out. We just think all these excuses starting to build up of why they're not going to win it.
Yeah,
I don't think it's the tournament for them this year. Anyway.
No, I think in maybe 2 years' time the World Cup might be the best kind of time for them to fucking jump into action. Like, but this is just an interesting one with Germany there and France and the odds. I just thought that was a weird one.
What do we think of Benzema coming back into the fold?
Justifiable, I think.
Yeah. He's based on form, 100%. Yeah. What happened? He had a falling out with them, didn't
he? He did something naughty with some underage girls with Frank Ribery.
Yeah. How young are we talking?
I didn't ask him.
No comment.
Oh, you were there.
Do you not supply these women?
You put your left foot in.
lads, I actually want to. Sorry, Chris, you were kind of the main man on that group. Did you have anything else that you wanted to bring up or anything?
No, covered it all. I just fancy France, yeah.
So did you give me a 4 second, third, fourth? Did you give me that?
Oh yeah, I'm saying France, Germany, Portugal, Hungary.
All right, so 9-2. Yeah, nice one. Lads, right, we're finished with that. So I just want to ask, who do we see in the final? So I'll go through each one. So who's your final? Now I don't know whether they have certain ways that they can go through. I'm just gonna
play to the semi-final. We can't get to the final.
Exactly. So I don't know. We might maybe just re-look at it next week, and if we've given out some shockers, we'll go back and correct them. So who would you like to see the two teams in the final?
Who would I like to see? I'd like to see Russia and North Macedonia, so I win that
money. It's a derby as well.
But who do I really think is going to be there? I'd say it's going to be France, and I think England will get to a final and bottle it.
France and England. Chris, what do you reckon?
I was going to say the same, but I'll change it up a little bit. Definitely France anyway. But in terms of who they'll play, I'm going to go... No, I'm going to go for a bit of an underdog. I'm going to say Switzerland.
Oh,
I fancy Switzerland to do well in their group. It's not a very tough group for them. I'd see them getting through, building a bit of momentum, maybe getting themselves into a quarter, semi.
You know what I see here? I see Chris hoping for a miracle and me being able to clip this and him looking like a fucking genius. That's what I see here. Chris is trying to take an opportunity.
I'm just going to say that over and over again with all the different teams, and you can just clip whichever one is right.
Yeah. Connor, what do you reckon? Final. Who's your deal?
I would have went with War and said England or France, but I'll do as Chris did. I'll keep France there and I'll go with the Dutch instead on the other side of the draw.
Yeah, because we're on the draw.
Didn't you get Netherlands in the draw?
That's not biased as well. Fuck's sake. Paddy, who do you think?
Bit left field, but I'm going to go Portugal and Spain.
Oh yeah, Portugal and France.
Spain.
Oh, Spain. Sorry. Oh, that'd be a nice one, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I am gonna go, lads. I would actually like to see Germany get there because all the Chelsea players started playing for them. And I'd like to see France. So I'd like to see France and Germany in the final.
How do you think Frank Lampard will do in this competition?
Tell you how he'll do. That's how he'll do.
He didn't win it.
He won it. See this half of the trophy is his. You can't see the hand on the back. No, he's definitely. And in fairness, Thomas Tuchel came out and said Frank Lampard built a great foundation for me to work on. So
Thiago Silva did that as well.
I think Robin Abramovich with all his money.
Lads, one more question I have for you is on the Euros. I have two questions. Golden Boot and player of the tournament. So, Water.
Golden Boot. That's a very good question.
That's what I asked. I want to ask shit questions.
Right, if I'm going to think someone's going to get to the final, Benzema. He looked sharp the other day. I'm going to go Benzema for the Golden Boot.
Right.
Player of the tournament. I'm going to go left field here and go
Gordon
Pandev. Mario or something Hamsik. No, definitely not Hamsik. What's his name? Peja. He's the midfielder from Barcelona. He's in the Spanish side. He's only about 18.
Arthur.
Yeah, I'm going to go for him for player of the tournament because he's starting for Spain.
It's a completely different name.
yeah. Arthur. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have literally just been going Arthur. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Chris, what do you think?
I'm gonna say Golden Boot, Harry Kane.
Yeah.
Player of the tournament, Kante.
Okay. Sorry, Paddy, were you asking for a price there, is it?
No, I was saying it's Harry Kane's 5-1 on Sky Bet for the Golden Boot.
Yeah. I'm just looking at I have Golden Boot and the winner. So if you were to put Harry Kane and England to win, you get 22-1. Not bad. No, probably won't happen. Paddy, who do you think top goal scorer and player of the tournament?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Harry Kane because I was looking at that bet and I was thinking I might do it. So Harry Kane. No,
just okay.
No.
Just Kane, yeah.
Player of the tournament. Yeah, I'm gonna go Kante is a fucking machine. Although the only thing that plays against him is he's not a flair player. The flair players usually win. You know, the Ballon d'Ors and all.
He's surprisingly good on the ball, but
there's no doubt about it. But yeah, you know what I mean. He's not.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I think people are starting to appreciate his work more now that he's kind of like you see his accolades that he has and his trophies and stuff, and it's ridiculous when you think about it. He's won pretty much everything, and I think he's getting a bit more acknowledgement for it. Connor, what do you reckon?
I would have agreed with the boys and said Harry Kane, but I'll mix it up and I'll go with Memphis Depay. See, I'm back in the Dutch now. And for
you'll be smoking weed next week on the podcast.
Bob Marley belting down the background while chilling. And for player of the tournament, I am going to go with. I agree with Paddy. Flair players usually do win it, but I'm going to go with someone similar to Kanten. I'm going to say Thomas Suchek because I reckon the Czech Republic will go to the quarterfinals.
All right, nice one. Lads, I don't know. Like I think France are going to win it, so I'm nearly half tempted to say Mbappe to be top scorer, and I'm going to say Kante to be player of the tournament because I think they'll recognise what he's done in them big games. Like I said, I don't think there'll be loads. You know what? Actually, I'm probably not going to go Mbappe top scorer because I don't think there's going to be a lot of goals in them tough games.
Exactly.
Who do I want to go with? Like I could probably go. Do you know who I'm actually going to go with? Lukaku.
I was thinking,
Lukaku was pretty good for Belgium, so I'm actually going to go Lukaku to be top scorer, and I'm going to say.
Especially if you fucking hack him.
Yeah, I'm going to say Kante to be player of the tournament. I hope he gets noticed for the work that he does. Lads, a quick one. We're going to move off the Euros now, so that was an enjoyable one. We will get back to it a little bit next week as well, just to kind of give out our bets and stuff on it. So the other thing I have to clear up is the Ultimate Team, lads. So we had our last week of the Ultimate Team, so I'm just going to share the screen here if it loads up, and we'll have a look at the results, and then we'll have a look at the final league table. Chris is cracking his fingers because he knows what's coming.
While you're loading it up, Collie, we don't hear the dog anymore. What did you do to the dog?
I put the dog down. I just opened the front door and said, right, go on, just go. You're clearly barking at something
free.
else.
Run free.
No, we gave her a treat and put her in my bed. So, yeah, for any of them PETA lovers out there.
Oh, it's close.
Oh, yeah. Right, so here we go. The last fixtures of the week. So we have Team Connor and Team Chris. Chris won by 65% to 35%. Bit of a spanking. I might be going the wrong way here. Yes, I am.
Oh.
But do subscribe. If you are watching this, please do subscribe to our YouTube. Doesn't mean anything. So yeah, lads, if you are watching on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or wherever you're watching, if you don't have, well, that was one vote. If you are on Instagram or wherever you are watching Facebook and even if you have a YouTube account and you don't watch it on YouTube, please go on and subscribe on the YouTube because it does help us.
I actually don't even think I voted for myself on that. A bit raging now.
One vote. I looked at it. There was literally one vote between us, and you had it for ages. And I said, right, fuck it. I was gonna put out a little briber on the story. So I said, no. I said there's still 9 hours left. I'll leave it and see what happens. So I checked back about 5 hours later, and I was like, I think we were nearly level. So I said, right, fuck it. I'll just leave it now at this stage, and I ended up winning by 1. So
you're lucky
with that one. So I won by 51% to 49. So next one down was Team Mellon and Team Paddy. Again, Paddy was buying votes because at one stage, 100%, at one stage, it was fucking level. And then all of a sudden, there was about 40 votes in for Paddy. Paddy, fucking explain yourself, will you? What are you doing to us? Come on, explain it. What are you doing?
Everybody after work, when they finish their work, then they start voting. That was it.
What do y'all vote
There's
for?
just a lot of people without jobs.
Well, I would like to know why Deep Throat Massage Guns fucking voted for you and didn't vote for anybody else on any of the polls. You clearly sent them a fucking message.
How would you believe they sent me a message back on, all right, done, but that's cheating.
Good old Dave's a tube, isn't he? Hold on a sec, lads. I haven't read the comment, but I'm just going to throw it straight up on the screen because that's what we do. Polar Lights. Sorry, I am back. Just loaded in the new British survival game. Best one I've ever seen.
What?
Okay, I don't know what game that is you're talking about.
It's on Twitch, is it?
I think you're on the wrong stream here, pal. But do let us know what game you're playing because I'd actually.
Pixelated tonight, Collie.
I'd like to know. Oh, here we go. Brexit, it is called. Nice one. Right. So this. Oh shit! I have taken off the screen. So this is the final standings, lads.
I came last.
Connor
came. You are the North Macedonia of the group.
I'm happy. Yeah, with that.
So Connor is the North Macedonia. Water is the Finland. I'm the Austria. Lawler is maybe the Russia. Mellon's maybe the
England.
No, I wouldn't even give him that. Who's kind of Croatia? Paddy is the Germany and Chris is the France. So that's why that's the way it's gone. So look, Connor came in last position with 3 points.
Should I not be Russian because of all me cheating and stuff?
Well, you should actually. Yeah, you should 100%. So Water, you beat him by 6%. So that's the only thing that won was the 6%. Then I came,
in my team.
Yeah, I came clear 5th with Ivanovic at right back. With 9 points. I won 3 games, lads, so I'm happy out with that. I didn't think I'd win 3. Thought I was going to come last and lose them all. Joint with Lawler, and he beat me by about 38%. Then Team Mellon came third. Is that third? Third with 12 points. Paddy, you came second, and you beat Mellon by 58% to pip the old second spot. And Chris, congratulations, you won.
We're 20,000 subscribers. Well done, yeah. Well done. Chris Kardashian, well done.
5 wins. 5 wins and 1 loss. And can I ask you, who was that loss against?
I don't know. I think somebody might have bribed people.
I'm just going to say, right, I'm pretty sure it was me that beat Chris. So technically, I am the champ, lads. I am the fucking champ.
Typical Chelsea fan.
Yes, I am the champ. So
I think with all the money Chelsea have, you could have bought a nice replica trophy.
the winner of the Ultimate Squad.
He was busy making his fucking tinfoil hat while he was doing that.
No, so look, lads, Chris is the winner of the Ultimate Squad. There's no prizes or anything like that. It's just a kind of an ego boost.
Slightly disappointing, I'm not going to lie.
But what I want to do, lads, is we might look at doing another Ultimate Squad, but this time a World 11 and an all-time best 11.
Can I suggest another one?
Go on. I won't listen to go on.
The best 11 that have not won the Premier League or their domestic league.
This sounds like someone who already has a team.
yeah. Water has like a class 11 put aside there, and he's like, I can definitely win with this one.
No, we just think about the players like Matt Letizia, the Graham Lasso ever win one. Fucking loads of players.
Yeah,
loads of players there.
It is good. I think. Yeah, it's definitely. Okay. It is definitely one we could do. He's like throwing random players out.
Okay.
Mark Maduka.
Lucas Radby.
Michael Dubry. So, lads, I think that's a good shout. Or we will be doing something like that. But I think probably our next one will be the World 11. But then we can kind of, tip on to something like that, because I do like these competitions. It's good content for the podcast, stuff like that. So, I do want to continue these type of competitions that we run between ourselves, because I think it's a big crack between everyone as well. Right, that's all, lads. There's Connor. Have you any updates on Connor's Crypto Corner?
Boy Blackberry, boy AMC.
Whoa.
Respect the intro.
How dare you start speaking about crypto without hearing that?
Boy Blackberry, boy AMC, and boy Bed Bath and Beyond.
Boy AMC went up 400% this week.
Bed Bath and Beyond.
I know. Yeah,
I had like a fiver in it. It's got up to 40.
Yeah, me too. The Redditors are back. So my tenner worth of BlackBerry stocks is now gone up to like 95 quid because of a meme. So if you can, just jump on them, but then quickly get out, so you don't end up like me with GameStop, where I had all of this stock and it wasn't worth anything. So I would say anything like that, jump on it now, get off it next week, and then just turn it 4 or 5 times profit.
Nice one. Lads, look, we're going to end the podcast here. Nobody has any bets or anything done this week. We're going to have all of our top quality bets for next week. I'm going to get a good few bets in, because I love these type of bets where I can pick like winners, like outright winners and stuff like that, and scorecasts, I suppose you call them, with the winners and the top scorers and stuff like that. So I really kind of enjoy doing that. Again, we're going to be here at the same time next week, 8:30 on Thursday, on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Lads, it's been a pleasure talking to you this week about the Euros. Thanks for all your hard work and all the research that you've done. It's been a pleasure.
My good 5-minute research beforehand.
Just for the record, Water was like, "Oh, we have groups to look at, do we?" 2 minutes before we came on. Chris done the hard work today.
Yeah, all the best, lads.
Right, Connor.
Yeah, sound boys.
And Paddy, thanks for jumping on with no groups. And
I didn't even know there were groups.
Yeah.
I thought it was just one big league.
Yeah. That was a super league of internationals. Right, lads, we're going to end it there. Nice one for everyone for watching. Again, I'll be posting the results of that draw up on the Instagram story. Anyway, best of luck to everyone that's in it, and thanks again for entering. If there is more interest for another draw, lads, I will do it. So what I might do is I might just put it out there, and I won't be taking payment. I will just put names on a list, and then when I have 24 to 28 or so, because if a couple of people jump out, I will do another one, and I'll start taking payment. So we'll see if there's interest. If not, we're happy to run with just the one anyway. So, right, lads, we're going to end it there.
For the golf simulator here, so pay them quick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm gonna keep starting them until I get a good fucking team. Once I hit one, then that's enough. Right, lads, we're ending it. It's been a pleasure. So we'll see you again next week.
See you now.